Weapons hot and one-liners at the ready, recruits. This ain't just some summer blockbuster vacation. This is the real deal. You've been chosen as part of an elite task force for the month of action. Now when those bullets start to fly and everything around you is up in flames, don't you lose your nerve. Remember who you are. You're the toughest, craziest, most resourceful sons of bitches to ever lace them up. We don't wait for backup and we damn sure don't retreat. Now strap your asses in and get ready for the drop. Oh, and one more thing. Before you pull that trigger, tell them John Mortis sent you.
Welcome to the motherfucking Balance of Cinema podcast. We are celebrating ass-kicking, gun-toting action movies from across the world. It is the month of action, a yearly celebration of people who fill our veins with pure adrenaline. I am your host, Steven, and joining me today is Loren. Hello, Loren.
What is up?
Are you excited to talk about the 1996 classic, The Long Kiss Goodnight?
I am. Hey, this movie is celebrating 30 years old.
Yeah. And for this month of action, I wanted to celebrate female-led action movies. Of course, and it's kind of performative because I've only had one female guest this whole time. But yeah, we are covering, I would say, would you say this movie's underrated?
You know what? So I knew about this movie. And this was actually my first time watching it. I actually went into this blind. I actually didn't know too much about this movie before watching it. But you suggested it, and I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to watch that movie. About as much as I knew about it was Samuel L. Jackson was in it. Geena Davis was in it. And it is not a romantic comedy like the title might suggest. And I knew it was an action movie, and that is about it. But I actually have some funny first reactions that I'll get to in a second when we start talking about this movie. But yeah, I guess this is semi-obscure. It's not too obscure. But I mean, like, I consider myself pretty well versed in film knowledge, and yeah, I have not gotten around to watching this movie until now. So yeah, but it was I had a good time with it. So we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah. So this is a movie that, like, I've always heard about it for a long time, and I was always interested in it because of its cast. I have seen it before. This was my second and third time watching it. I feel like it's not too big of a movie, but it is well liked by people who have seen it, and like they really speak for it. So, I think this is a pretty good American, because I'm doing 2 Hong Kong and 2 American female-led action movies. I feel like this is like a really good female-led action movie that not a lot of people talk about, though.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like I said earlier, it was made in 1996, October 11th, 1996. It was released. Budget of $65 million and box office of $95.5 million. So, like, not like a huge hit. This is, of course, in the day and age of, video rentals can save a movie. So
Yes. Well, let's see. This would be this would be after Pulp Fiction for Samuel L. Jackson.
And after Cutthroat Island.
Yeah, I know, her biggest movie of all time for Geena Davis. I have actually never seen Cutthroat Island, but I know the legacy of it. I should check it out sometime, though. I feel like that would be an interesting one.
Rennie Harlin and Shane Black both kind of blame it kind of underperforming in 2 different things. Rennie Harlin blames it on the advertising. Which I didn't look up any of the trailers or anything, so I don't know if they try to hide.
I haven't seen any of them, but yeah, I know. Like I said, the title alone would make you think that it's a romantic comedy. But I mean, if you just look at the poster, I mean, she has a gun. I don't think there's really anything. I mean, it could be a Mr. and Mrs. Smith sort of situation, but and I'm just
Yeah,
saying this as a outsider who may have never seen anything about this movie other than the poster.
yeah. And then Shane Black, he blamed it on like just people. Basically, his thing was like, would this have been better if it was like a man, if it was two men? And I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, and I got to say something because with Shane Black, I actually didn't know he was attached to this. I till I saw his name in the credits, and I'm like, oh, Shane Black. Uh, and I actually really like Shane Black. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is actually like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's yeah, and I mean he really does well with like a duo, like a buddy cop sort of situation. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
what was the
he's
name of what was the name of that Shane Black movie about two buddies during Christmas?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, right?
Can't think of any other ones.
Uh, wait. I mean, honestly, even Iron Man 3 is
Yeah.
also
Lethal Weapon, The Nice
Lethal
Guys.
Weapon. Yeah, The Nice Guys. But yeah, he does incorporate Christmas a lot.
I'm gonna look it up to see if Play Dirty takes place during Christmas.
Was Predator a Christmas movie?
No, that was a Halloween movie.
That's true.
So yeah, Play Dirty does take place during Christmas, and that's another buddy action movie that he made pretty
Oh,
recently.
awesome.
But sorry, I interrupted you to
No,
bring up that.
you're fine. No, oh, Shane Black. He loves the magic of Christmas apparently, and friendship, which is
Yeah.
a common theme throughout his movies, as we all know.
Oh, Last Boy Scout too.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, Shane Black's a pretty prolific writer. Script doctor too. Like he's very famous for like punching up Predator so much that they actually
Yeah.
gave him a part in it. But he also worked on Dead Heat, The Hunt for Red October, and then yeah, he was the writer of the first two Lethal Weapon movies.
That's right.
And so if anything, he actually kind of created like the buddy cop like action type of story.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's like a kind of a pioneer with that. Well, trying to think if there's anything from like the 70s that would
I'm
at
sure
least
there's
from
a
like the 80s.
million.
I know, like
Yeah.
the 70s, like that's kind of its own thing. But
I literally just thought of the French Connection as
Yes.
an example of that. But
he specifically perfected the 80s and 90s buddy cop and 2000s. Anything post 70s, he really made a reputation for himself with that particular genre.
yeah.
Yeah.
And found out about this today. He got $4 million for the script,
Okay.
and he felt like he sold out, so he just did not write anything for 10 years. Like he took a break after this movie until he came back with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which he directed.
Oh dang! So he didn't do anything in between.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I think with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, he's probably like, well, I'm directing this one, so I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And then since then, he's directed every script that he's written.
Right. And now, what do you have to say about Rennie Harlan?
Rennie Harlan's very interesting because if you look at his career, he's had like a lot of hits and he's had a few hits and quite a bit of misses. So Rennie Harlan is a Finnish director. Really, he didn't make a whole lot of Finnish films, funnily enough. He kind of went to America pretty quickly. So his first movie was Bored American,
Okay.
that stars Chuck Norris,
Hey.
his son.
Oh.
And I watched it with my Finnish friends, and we were both like, eh. It's about like a group of like three teenagers. They're hanging out in Finland, and then they accidentally step over the line to Russia during the Cold War, and so they basically have to like escape. And despite the fact Mike Norris's dad is Chuck Norris, he does no martial arts in that movie.
Ah. So he's riding the wave of nepotism, but not in not in the way that his father was famous for.
Um, Off topic, but there's a movie. I forget what movie it is, but like it says like Norris, Swayze, and then there's like another one, but it's all like not the people you think it is. So it's Mike Norris, Don Swayze.
So it's like that scene in Fred Claus with like all the celebrity siblings.
Yes. Okay, I found it. It's called Death Ring. And I
Okay.
remember the poster, it says Norris, Swayze, McQueen, but it's Mike Norris, Chad McQueen, he's Steve McQueen's son, and then
Okay.
Patrick Swayze's brother.
It's funny.
But yeah, after that, he got to do some horror movies, Prisoner, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and then he hit it big by directing Die Hard 2,
Hey.
which I'm actually a Die Hard 2 shooter. I like Die Hard 2.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I know people tend to just be like the first one and the third one. But hey, that has Samuel Jackson in it.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I don't watch it as much as I do the first and third movie, but I do like it. It's a good movie.
A couple of other like Rennie Harlan movies I like. This is a big take, but I like The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, the Andrew Dice Clay movie.
Okay.
And then Sylvester Stallone is The Cliffhanger.
Hey.
So
I saw his new movie actually, Deep Water, which just came out. I thought it was okay. I love Aaron Eckhart, so I mean, yeah, I'll see him in anything. Something I actually didn't realize until basically when I saw the movie was Gene Simmons of Kiss was a producer on that movie.
what?
I was like, "What?" It's so random, but he's a producer on this new Rennie Harlan movie,
Oh my
Deep
god!
Water.
There's like 10 producers in this movie.
I know it was funny just watching the studio logos at the beginning. It like took up like 2 minutes with like 15 studios or whatever.
But yeah, Rennie Harlan's had an interesting career. He's made in the 90s. He made like a lot of actual like hit movies, and then he made Cutthroat Island, which is very famously a huge bomb of that decade.
So Geena Davis's highest point of her career, right? Like that's the one that like made her career take off for many generations.
God, so sad. And then that's where they met, and they ended up getting in a relationship. They were married for 4 years, divorced in '98. So that's why she's not in Deep Blue Sea.
Ah,
Another Rennie Harlan movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, then like in the 2000s he started making stuff like Driven, Mindhunters, The Exorcist, The Beginning, The Covenant, John Cena's 12 Rounds, like
he's just done it all.
yeah, the 2000s weren't kind for him, and then eventually he started making movies of Aaron Eckhart, like you were saying, and also he did the Strangers trilogy, which is
Yeah.
a reboot.
Did they even? It's not even a trilogy yet. Like they had the third one hasn't come out yet, right?
Oh no, Loren, that shows you how much people care about the series. It did come out
It did.
January 15th
Of this year.
Yes,
Oh man.
it was
Oh,
a
okay.
January
Well,
movie.
it came and went. I never saw any of the Rangers chapters. I saw the original two movies, but yeah, none of the this new trilogy of Rangers.
I think what happened was the second one didn't do well, and they're like, "Fuck it, let's just get rid of it. Throw it in January."
Yeah.
But yeah, let's also music by Al Silvestri. Just wanted to point that out. Of course, Al Silvestri, famous for Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh yes.
Generally, if you couldn't get Jerry Goldsmith or John Williams or Tim Burton, you would get Al Silvestri.
That's totally it.
let's jump into the cast really quick. This
All
movie
right.
stars Geena Davis as Samantha Kane and another name that we will tell later on.
That's true.
Samuel Jackson as Mitch Hennessy, Craig Berko as Timothy, and Brian Cox as Dr. Waldman. Were you surprised that Brian Cox showed up? I think his
Yeah.
name's in the opening credits, but
You know what? Yeah, it was in the opening credits, and I know who Brian Cox is. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Stryker or Riker from
Stryker.
X-Men. Stryker, yes. Which makes this one of two movies where he's in a movie about somebody with amnesia.
Yeah. Two different types of characters, though.
Two different types of characters.
Yeah.
But I'm like, very specific duology of films he's got there.
And yeah, Loren, can you go ahead and read us the letterbox synopsis?
Read that? Okay. The letterbox synopsis for The Long Kiss Goodnight is Samantha Kane is a small town school teacher and mom with no memory of her life before washing up on a beach 8 years ago. After a car accident and a violent home invasion trigger flashes of her past, she discovers she used to be a deadly CIA assassin. Teaming up with a wisecracking private investigator, Samantha must return to her old ways to take down the people who tried to erase her.
It's a pretty good synopsis, actually.
Yeah, I think so. Kind of covers the whole thing.
I always like reading the letterbox synopsis because they're never consistent. Sometimes they do a bad job telling you about the movie. Sometimes they tell you everything.
I love it when it's like a single sentence or something, and it's it's like this like long elaborate movie. Like, okay, for instance, like I'm curious what the Pulp Fiction letterbox synopsis is. It's like, like two crime lords. I don't know how you would explain Pulp Fiction in like a single plot synopsis.
I always love reading the letterbox synopsis, even if I have like a DVD or something of the movie. It's just like I want to read the letterbox, and also they're shorter, so
Yeah, it's a good simple way of telling you what the movie's about without giving away too much. There's some rare cases with like, I don't know, Planet of the Apes where the ending is so famous that they just say like, oh, it was Earth all along, and it's like, what? Sorry, spoiler alert for a movie that's almost 60 years old.
All right, you ready to begin talking about The Long Kiss Goodnight?
I am ready. Since we're jumping right into the plot here, I actually have a fun, and I mentioned that this is my first time watching it, and not really knowing much about it. I actually have a very funny first reaction, and this is like the first few minutes of the movie, where so Samantha is it's like a voiceover of Geena Davis, and again, like I don't know anything about this movie. And I forget the exact wording that she says, but she says something like, I was born 8 years ago, or it was like, my life began 8 years ago, something like that. And for a second, I thought this movie was going to have the plot of Jack.
What?
She was like a child in an adult body. Because I was like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into with this. And I was like, I did not expect that to be the plot. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, she just has amnesia. That would have been a very different movie.
Yeah, but the movie opens. It I actually looked it up. It's I'm probably gonna get this wrong. I can't read it. I can't read English. Honesdale, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And of course, because like we said earlier, it's a Shane Black movie. The movie is set during Christmas time.
Of course.
Yeah, we're introduced to Samantha Kane, school teacher, and like you said, she's not 8 years old. She just
No.
doesn't have the memories of 8 years ago. She washed
That's
up on the
true.
beach pregnant.
I was very confused for a second. I'm like, what am I getting myself into? But nope, yeah, she just has amnesia. That's it.
Yeah, and then the movie spends a bit setting up her life. Like I said, she has an 8-year-old daughter. She's in a relationship with like a guy in the town, and she's like a respected figure in this little town. Um, she's even on the PTA, as she says later in this movie.
Yes.
I have a note that I want to mention. I just want to make sure I'm not getting ahead of myself. There's through her narration, she just kind of explains like she's been up to and stuff. One of my favorite parts of the movie, because I guess I'm a pervert, is she's checking herself out of the mirror, she's checking herself out in front of the mirror, and you can see how much Geena Davis worked out for this movie because she's got like these really nice abs.
Actually, and you know what? Something about the plot that I want to kind of give credit to. I like how it just kind of throws you into it, and you don't really know what her past is. Into it, it's like slowly revealed, throughout the movie. Because it's I don't know. It's kind of it's I guess kind of similar to like True Lies, where that was a spouse finding out about her husband's secret life, and uh like going on this big action adventure, where this is like sort of like a similar concept, but it's a woman finding out her own past, which like this is her own secret that she's been trying to figure out for a long time. And she goes on an adventure because of that. But yeah, I'm like, again, this is a good one to watch, like in my position where you don't know what you're getting into, because I think you put it together pretty quick that she's an assassin. But yeah, like it's slowly revealed to you throughout the movie. So I actually really appreciated that as it's kind of like a mystery that you're slowly uncovering.
Yeah, the movie takes a while for it to straight up just say what's up with her, so it just drip feeds
Yeah.
you little bits of information. This first one happens pretty quickly because I shouldn't say pretty quickly, like in the first 10 minutes or so.
Mhm.
Because first we spend a lot of time with her as like a mother and like with her
Yeah.
boyfriend. We see like a cute scene of like her daughter hanging out with her friends in her little treehouse, and then we see like this little Christmas party that she has. Great setup for a great punchline later in this movie. One of her students is just there smoking a cigarette at the party too. I'm really surprised that his parents didn't go yell at him for that. Like, I don't know how like a fifth grader could just get away with just smoking a cigarette.
Different time.
But
It was the 90s.
but she ends up taking one of the guest homes. He's like pretty drunk, and is he trying to touch her boobs? Like,
I don't know. It was a different time. It was the 90s.
because it looks like he's trying to like tease her and like block her vision as she's driving
Yeah.
on these very icy roads. But I think the second time it looks he's trying to like fondle her.
Yeah. It was a little strange. But I mean, this guy just hammered, and yeah, I mean, I guess that's what he was trying to do, because he was trying to do like uh, what Frank Costanza's move was.
The stop short.
Yeah, stop short. I mean, that's kind of the vibe I was getting.
Unfortunately, he chose the worst time to do this because there's a deer in the middle of the road. I live in Southern California. I don't even know if deers exist.
Yeah, I can't say that I've ever seen one, but I also live in Southern California.
Okay, that's going too far. I've seen a deer in Southern California. It was like in a hiking trail. I saw a deer. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
You have to drive a little out of the way though. It's not gonna be, just like walking the I-5, southbound.
I have friends that live like more in the wilderness, and they talk about all the time like you have to be careful with these deers because they're not paying attention and they weigh so much. So like hitting a deer is like pretty like deadly.
Yeah.
Which yeah, she hits the deer because she can't stop in time, and it's just this awful looking so awful, not awful in like the stunt or anything. I mean awful like, oh this god, this looks like it hurts really bad.
Yeah.
she like flings out of the car.
Yeah,
I
I know
think
this is shoot, this is just like a PSA for like checking your brakes or something.
yeah.
Like this feels like every oh, honestly, this feels like this could be like a Canadian PSA. Shout out to Doug Walker. But, I mean, we literally have a deer in the middle of the road, so I mean, this easily could be in Canada.
So yeah, is the drunk guy dead? I don't think they bring him up again, so I don't remember if he died or not.
Yeah, I think he was just. I think she just kind of left him because it like she flies out of the windshield and like goes after the deer, but I don't think we ever go back to the guy. I
Yeah,
think he's just. I think he's dead.
I was trying to figure out. I was trying to guess who the stunt woman for this movie was, and I was like, it's probably Patricia Tallman from Return of the Living Dead. All right, sorry, from the remake of Night of the Living Dead, the Tom
Hmm.
Savini one. She plays
Yes.
Barbara in that movie,
Oh
and then
yes.
Patricia Tallman's like a very like famous like stunt woman.
Yeah.
She actually would act and do stunts at the same time, probably because she wasn't making a lot of money, so she had to make up for it. But she's specifically Patricia Tallman stunt double, Geena Davis cliff fall.
Oh.
So she's specifically the stunt woman when she gets shot in the head and then falls off the cliff in her flashback.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I made a joke and turns out yeah she was a stunt double in this movie.
Interesting.
So Samantha apparently is so upset about her car getting ruined that she kind of coldly just snaps the deer's neck.
Yeah, I actually caught me off guard. Again, I was like, a couple minutes ago, I thought this was about a 8-year-old trapped in a grown woman's body. I was like, oh no, she's just snapping the neck of a deer with her bare hand.
Yeah,
Well, I
which
have
is
no
like
idea which direction this movie's going now.
it's our first hint at like what Samantha is. It's just kind of funny that it's a deer.
Yeah,
Especially because like she does it with like the whole movie we've been seeing it's like a classic Geena Davis character. So
yeah,
and then like she like just completely turns into another person when she does it. So it's like it's kind of like Loren is saying, if you don't know what this movie's about, it catches you off guard.
yeah. That is my highest recommendation. If you don't know what this movie is about, just go in completely blind.
Basically, what you need to do is you need to go back in time to when this podcast started. Don't listen, and then go watch the movie.
In fact, you should put a little disclaimer to jump to the specific moment for the recommendation to watch the movie before listening to the. It's gonna be so confusing.
But while we're enjoying this scene of Geena Davis killing a deer, we switch over to a scene where we're introduced to Samuel L. Jackson.
That's right.
He's playing Private Detective Mitch Hennessy, and he is. I think he's scamming this guy.
Yeah.
Like he has like two fake cops. He's pretending like he's trying to like basically blackmail this guy. Um, and I don't know if you recognize the guy, but he's played by Rex Lynn, who like has like a lot of big supporting parts. Like whenever I see him, I always think of he's Cliffhanger. He's the corrupt treasury agent in that one.
Okay.
He's also like in Better Call Saul and Rush Hour.
But he's just like a character actor that
Yeah.
a lot of movies. Okay.
Although his character is Texas guy.
I see.
But like he's like especially in the 90s, he's like in a ton of movies.
Yeah.
He's in Ghosts of Mars. What the hell?
Really? The John Carpenter one?
Yeah. He must not like have a line or anything in that one because I always recognize his voice. But yeah, we find out that Mitch Hennessy is not maybe he's not like the best person for his job. He seems to be pretty scummy, but it's Samuel Jackson, so you have to like him.
That's right.
Which this is actually apparently this is Samuel Jackson's favorite role that he's ever done.
Yeah, you sent me that clip of him or going through his all his most iconic roles, and yeah, he really admired working with Geena Davis on this movie.
Yeah. And what's cool too is I think a big reason why he likes it is because this is pretty different from the normal Samuel Jackson role. Like he's still cussing and stuff like that, but he's
Yeah,
not playing like the normal type of Samuel Jackson. He's a bit more vulnerable in this movie than he is in like
yeah,
other stuff. Generally, Samuel Jackson plays a really fucked up person or just like a total badass.
exactly.
We find out that he is actually he was hired by Samantha in the past, and he coincidentally gets another clue to her the same night that she kind of regresses. We're gonna when we get to the end, we're gonna talk about all the coincidences in this plot.
It's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah. Um yeah, but yeah, Samantha, she's recovering from like her accidents. We get a scene of her Geena Davis is so good at doing like the two sides of her character. Like,
Yeah.
there's just the scene she starts cutting carrots for her boyfriend, and she's like really good at cutting him. She's just like, "Oh my god, I must have been a chef."
I love that. That moment made me crack up. I was like, can you imagine if this is just like, uh, if it just went in another direction where she was, like tried to be a chef for the rest of the movie, but then like eventually her assassin persona came back. It just took like to the very end of the movie. There's so
Yeah,
many directions this movie could have gone.
yeah. The scene ends with her throwing a knife at a tomato,
Yeah,
which I like her reaction to it because it's not like, "Whoa, I did that." It's not like Jason Bourne when he beats up like the security guards in
yeah.
The Bourne Identity, and she's just kind of like, "Whoa, that's awesome that I could do that."
She was like, chefs do that.
Um, on the same night, we cut over to a prison where this one prisoner, he apparently has the TV all to himself, and like the TV is like caged up.
Yeah,
So I don't even know how he can make out anything, but he sees Geena Davis like it was just like a normal like Pennsylvania news report about like the little Christmas festival at the beginning of the movie,
yeah.
and he sees Geena Davis, and he seemingly off screen teleports out of the prison. I don't know how he got out.
I don't know, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I guess
Just tunneled through with a spoon or something. I don't know.
maybe he could escape at any time, but they're like, hey, if you don't escape, we'll give you a TV room all to yourself.
He's just like, even though he's like a violent criminal, he's just, he at least was polite to the guards in prison or something.
Yeah. And then after he escapes, we're introduced to technically the main villain of the movie, just known by Timothy. That's a very like I don't know about you. That's a very like bad killer assassin name, Timothy.
Timothy. Does he have a last name?
No, he's just Timothy.
He's just Timothy. Okay.
But he's played by Craig Brecco, who honestly like it's an entirely different performance than what I know this guy for. I know this guy mainly for Scary Movie 4,
Yeah.
where he plays the Tom Cruise character in like the War at Worlds type of thing, the
Right.
Worlds
Yeah.
parody.
Yeah.
But he's also in Cinderella Man. I believe he's the final guy that Russell Crowe fights.
Okay. I always remember that clip in Scary Movie 4 where he's it's the parody of Oprah on like
Yeah.
when Tom Cruise jumps on the couch and then he like grabs her hands and then like her wrist just like break backwards.
Yeah. So like I know him mostly as a comedic, like obviously in Cinderella Man he's not comedic, but like yeah, I
Yeah.
know him mostly as a comedic guy. And in this movie he plays a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Like we'll get into more later, but he's just this completely like cold, unfeeling, emotionless, like over it's a bit of an oxymoron. He's both emotionless and over the top, but if you watch the movie you'd understand.
Yeah.
But he's being called he's like torturing a guy, and then he's called to be informed that the prisoner escaped, which the prisoner is named One-Eyed Jack. We find out later in the movie that he got his one eye stabbed only like pretty recently. So is One-Eyed Jack a recent nickname, or was he just ironically One-Eyed Jack before he even got stabbed in the eye?
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe it was like I don't know, like that was like his poker name or something, and then he lost a bet, and like somebody I'm gonna like make you live your name or something. I don't know, stab in his eye or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, Geena Davis stabs him in the eye.
yeah.
But yeah, so I just found that funny. He's One-Eyed Jack, and then later in the movie, he's like, "Well, he was. What did you call him 8 years ago? Just Jack."
Just Jack.
But to show more that some side of Samantha is surfacing, she's trying to teach her daughter to ice skate, and she acts really aggressive with her, kind of like ignoring the fact that her daughter is like, she doesn't want to skate. She's kind of getting hurt from falling down over and over again.
Yeah.
And then she like sprains her wrists.
I don't know why, but this scene kind of reminded me of like in Darkman when Liam Neeson.
Take the elephant.
Yeah, take the pink elephant.
Yeah.
It reminded me of this, or this scene reminded me of that scene.
It's a good comparison, actually.
Yeah, because it's like her personality is just like kind of competing for each other. It's like one personality taking over another personality.
So her daughter falls and like hurts her wrist because of ice skating. So she picks up her daughter like you would like a guy you're trying to like intimidate, like grabbing like the front of her shirt and pulling her up, and she's like, "Life is pain, get over it." And then like when she talks to her boyfriend later, she's just like, "I don't remember any of that."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's almost like something's taking her over.
Yeah.
It's kind of how the movie portrays it. While she's dealing with that, she hears some carolers, and I keep thinking she's going to go throw stuff at the carolers, but I think she's going to go out to give them candy.
Yeah, she had like a bowl of those like Christmas M&Ms.
Yeah,
like the red and green ones. But
I watched this movie twice, and both times I watched the scene, I just think of like it's going to be like Gremlins with Mrs. Deagle. She's just going to go throw water at them.
Christmas carolers.
But oh no, One-Eyed Jack found her, and he's got a shotgun, and he's really bad at aiming the shotgun.
Yeah, I know this is that going into that taking things by chance thing we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. She's really lucky that her assassination skills have started to resurface, or else she would have been dead.
Yeah,
because like Mitch does eventually show up. He like got in contact with like an apartment that Samantha used to be at, I think.
Yeah.
And so he found like a letter. He found a letter there, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I have something from your identity before you lost your I almost said before you lost your mind, before you lost your memory."
Yeah.
But yeah, she fights off Jack and snaps his neck just like the deer.
Yes. Then he also like now how did they he like shot the shotgun, and it was like the hole in the wall at the top of the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
That was a shotgun, right? That wasn't a
shotgun,
grenade or something. Okay, yeah. Because then she like throws her daughter through that hole, and she like lands in the treehouse. It's a pretty actually this whole action scene was pretty intense. But
yeah.
it was intense and over the top, like a good action scene should be.
Especially if you don't know that she's an assassin and can definitely
exactly.
take
especially if you're in my position and you thought she was an 8-year-old.
But yeah, Mitch eventually, after she kills him, Mitch just coincidentally also arrives.
Yes, yeah, he shows up like right after. Oh, he already has the daughter in the cop car.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then because this movie is racist, as soon as the cops come, they assume that Samuel Jackson was the perpetrator.
Yeah. It was the 90s.
Like, I thought that was funny. Like, as soon as the cops arrive, they just come out, they point their guns at him, and it's like, you don't even what if he was the person that called you? Now that she has, like, some kind of tie to her life before she got amnesia, she heads off of Mitch. She says goodbye to her daughter. She writes her phone number on there, and she gives her a packet of matches and tells her to light a candle for her so she can find her way home no matter what. It's a really cute scene just because you can tell she's a very good mother that cares about her daughter very much.
Yeah.
But I still find this funny because why you're giving a kid a pack of matches and this kid's gonna forget to take him out. Never mind. It's Christmas vacation. I was gonna say like this kid's definitely gonna take him to school accidentally and then get in so much trouble.
Yeah, I mean, it still could happen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's on Christmas break, so she's just gonna be in the house, and then hopefully the boyfriend is watching her to make sure she doesn't burn down the house.
Yep.
Mitch and Samantha are off. What did you think about Mitch and Samantha's relationship in this kind of beginning part of the movie?
I think I mean, it goes into those, that Shane Black buddy cop, genre that we were talking about. Again, that's something he does very well. Is like he is able to take these like two very different types of people, put them together, see how they would interact in a very intense situation. So this is a good kind of introduction to that. So I mean, they both have a past, but just I mean their personalities are so different, I guess. That's kind of what the charm is. Again, I mean, it's that opposites attract. It's Lethal Weapon. It's that trope. This formula could be replicated in so many different possibilities, which is why we have so many movies like it.
Yeah.
Which in each movie is, it can be compared to to Lethal Weapon or to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang or what might it be, but also like have its own identity because like these two characters are not the same as like the Lethal Weapon characters or every other character types like that. So yeah, I really like this set of characters and their interactions with each other. And I mean, clearly Samuel L. Jackson, like as we were talking about, is has fond memories of making this with Geena Davis. So I haven't heard what Geena Davis thinks of this movie.
Today she actually said like she really liked working on this movie and
Awesome.
she still wouldn't rule out making a sequel. But it's like
I
Gina,
heard there was
both of
supposed
you,
to be a sequel in the Wikipedia page. Said there was a sequel in the works in 2007.
that would have been a better time to do it than now
Okay.
when they're both
Yeah.
in their 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, that is all that was written in the Wikipedia page. It said sequel was planned for 2007, and there was nothing else.
They're probably like Samuel L. Jackson, like this guy isn't going to last any longer.
Nah, he just finished Star Wars. Like, well, what other big franchise can he possibly be in? Iron Man comes out a year later.
He's not going to be in like 15 more $billion movies after this.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have. I can't remember. Does he have? I saw this movie twice, like within a day. I can't believe I don't remember this. But do they have the suitcase, or is he taking her to the suitcase?
Oh, now I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, because
I was late at night last night.
Because I know there's a note and then there's a suitcase that is what he found.
Oh, okay, so I believe is this why he needs to go to Brian Cox, because she makes the phone call.
Yeah, she calls. I guess we'll try our best to remember this actually pretty important plot point that we should not have forgotten. But yeah, so she has a suitcase and a note, and so she calls Brian Cox, basically saying like, "Oh, who are you?" And then he recognizes her voice, calls her Charlie, and then she's just like, "Can you tell me my full name?" And he's like, "You don't remember?" And she's like, "No." And so this is where we find out her name is Charlie Baltimore.
Yep.
Which I don't know why it reminds me of the movie End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Pollak's character in that movie, his name is Bobby Chicago. So anytime anyone has like a city as a name, I just think of
Carmen
Bobby
San
Chicago.
Diego. Or that's a cool name.
Johnny. Well, this is a state, but Johnny Utah.
Johnny Utah or Indiana Jones. Well, that's a person.
Well, they named it after the dog.
Yeah, we named it after the dog. Yes.
But yeah, she calls Brian Cox, and or Dr. Nathan Waldman is his name, and she just says like he basically tells her we're gonna go meet at this train station. I'm a big fan of Brian Cox. I'm always happy to see him pop up in things.
Yeah, I like him.
This was like, I really feel like there's a point where Brian Cox became just another guy to like, oh shit, it's Brian Cox.
Yeah.
And I feel like that happened in the early 2000s because we had like the Bourne Identity, Super Troopers, and X-Men. So it's
X-Men,
like,
yep.
you just had a bunch of like big roles, and now it's like and then like a couple years ago, he was like in one of the greatest shows ever, Succession.
Yeah. Now he's like, a big name actor.
Now he's in commercials.
Now he's in commercials.
Yeah. But Brian Cox, he's been in tons and tons of movies. I know the thing that made him like not necessarily big, but like the thing that he's kind of known for before he became like, the Super Troopers or X-Men guy was he's actually the first Hannibal Lecter.
That's right. Yes. In Manhunter.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is not about Martian Manhunter. I think I saw that movie on a shelf at Hollywood Video when I was a kid and thought it was like a Martian Manhunter movie because the Justice League was out. I was like, no, I'm glad I did not rent that movie as a kid.
It's a pretty horrific movie. But yeah, Brian Cox, he tells them to meet at this train station. Of course, when they get to the train station, whatever people are after her are already there. And she kind of notices them like following her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
so then that's where Samuel L. Jackson puts his gun in his jacket. And I don't know if we mentioned yet, but he has this little character trait where he remembers things by repeating it in a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is actually a really cool kind of cool character trait because this is a movie all about remembering something that's forgotten. And like us trying to remember the plot of the movie.
Yeah, and then all Shane Black likes to give his characters like these little like weird quirks.
Yeah.
Like Mel Gibson, it's like, oh, he's into Three Stooges. He eats dog biscuits.
Yeah.
Predator, like, I don't know if this is a quirk, but it's just a funny little thing you'd give a character. Jesse Ventura's character has an MTV shirt, and he's like this super soldier. And then like
Val Kilmer in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is like gay, but not really.
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing.
His mother buys him guns.
Yeah.
And then like a nice guy's like Russell Crowe, he always wears like these like very specific Vans from like the 70s, like the popular Vans shoe from the 70s, and he drinks Yoo-hoo. So like I definitely see Shane Black being like, what would it be like? Oh, this is about memory. How about Samuel Jackson's memory thing? Is he sings a song?
Yeah.
And you're right. That reminds me. We actually skipped a scene before they go to the train station. They're at the hotel. That's where he tells her about like his little quirk. But she's checking out her suitcase, and just at the bottom of the suitcase, there's just a rifle.
Right. Yes.
Which she's able to put together like she's done it like hundreds of times before, and almost shoot Samuel L. Jackson with it.
Yeah.
which like leads to a funny scene where he's basically like, "Oh hey, I'm out. I'm not doing this shit."
Yeah.
But she reminds him that like, she's a mother and like, she's scared. She doesn't know what she is, so she's able to convince him to go along.
Yeah.
He probably should have left because from this point on, he gets the shit kicked out of him for the rest of the movie.
Yep. Or Sam Jackson.
Yeah, like I was saying, like they're attacked by a couple of the agents at the thing. Their little shootout ensues. I like to she just jumps to shooting someone. She just puts puts her hand in Samuel Jackson's pocket and just fires the gun still in the pocket. So yeah, it's a cool little scene of them trying to get away from him. And then we witness the most powerful grenade in the world.
Oh yes.
Like, I've never seen a grenade this exaggerated before.
I know, that's it. Like grenades, I mean, granted, I've never seen one in person like explode, but from what I understand, they're not. I mean, you don't want to be near one, but they're not that big of an explosion. This is like a crate of TNT or something. This is a huge explosion.
Yeah, it like engulfs the whole. They have to outrun the explosion.
Yeah, they have to. She has to shoot the glass to jump out the window, and then shoot the ice down so that they can fall into the lake. But like, yeah, like you said, this grenade just engulfs the entire hallway with flames.
It was insane.
That is a good action scene right there.
Yeah.
You just throw logic literally out the window.
But this is where they meet Dr. Waldman. I just like how Rudy, it's just classic like Brian Cox, like just being an asshole to them. They ask him like, "Oh, who are you?" And then he's like, "Oh, I'm the Hills brother. I'm the Hills brother Beansbuyer." But this is where this scene, and then from the rest of the action scenes, we find out that this movie is actually woke because the woman gets to be the badass, and Samuel Jackson just gets beat up for the rest of the movie. Were you upset when you found out the movie was woke, Loren?
Oh, very much so. We gotta protect the eyes of our young generation. I mean, they can't be exposed to stuff like this. It's just too much, But of course, I'm kidding.
Yeah. This movie would have done really well if it was about if Samuel Jackson played a white guy and he just did all the badass stuff.
Of course, yeah, that's how it should be, right?
Yeah. Anyways, the actual good movie we're talking about.
Yes.
So yeah, I love these scenes of Brian Cox. A spoiler: he's not in the movie for long. But Samuel Jackson actually talked about this too. They're given new clothes. I guess Samuel Jackson just tried to find the most layers as possible, so he wasn't cold for this movie that was shot in the winter.
Yeah, he was talking about that in that rare retrospective, how cold it was filming this movie.
Yeah. It really seemed like he got along well with Rennie Harlan. Like, I don't know how much of this was a joke, but he mentioned like he really wanted to be in this movie, and they're like, "Well, the character's white," and he's just like, "Who cares?" Like kind of what I was joking about earlier. But yeah, he went up to Rennie Harlan at a party. He's like, "Hey, they won't let me audition." He's like, "Oh, you want to be in the movie? Hey, you're in the movie."
Yeah.
But yeah, he wears like this green like blazer for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
And like sometimes we'll like have an overcoat and like a scarf on. So like, yeah, I imagine if like you're in the cold, you're probably going to be like, yeah, can I just wear like 5 things so I'm not cold anymore?
Yeah.
But yeah, Dr. Waldman, he tells Samantha that her name is actually Charlene Elizabeth Baltimore, but she goes by Charlie. And she was like an elite CIA assassin, but disappeared. Of course, Waldman is telling her all this. Mitch just gets the idea that he's probably with the agency. his thing is like, oh well, obviously they bugged your phone, which he is right about, because we are shown a scene of like the phone being bugged earlier. But he assumes that like he just in on him and he hits him in the head with a tire iron.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they just steal his car and like leave him behind.
Yeah.
In the notes, it was a letter. She found a letter to her uncle Mike that says, "Oh, she's engaged with this guy," and so they're like, "Oh, hey, look, you have a fiance. That's probably your daughter's father. Let's go check him out." So they arrive at his like little farm, and hey, it turns out it's David Morris.
Hey.
Whenever I see David Morris, the first two things I think of are Disturbia and 12 Monkeys.
Oh, yes.
Movies where he plays a really bad guy, so you should probably not trust him.
Nope.
But he's also has a pretty big part in The Green Mile and The Rock, which The Rock, same year.
Yeah, I guess this was a big year for him.
Yeah. Oh, and Extreme Measures. Is that the movie I'm thinking of? It's not the movie I'm thinking about. I'm going to cut that out.
Okay.
I thought it was the movie where Michael Keaton is like a serial killer, but like someone like a senator needs his heart or something.
Oh. Dude, now I'm trying to remember.
I'm going to look that up.
Anyway, we'll think of it.
Desperate. It's called Desperate Measures.
Okay.
That's why I got it confused. Okay, he wasn't a senator. He was a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knows like all about him, especially like how he pees and stuff like that. And like they're talking and they're reminiscing. And Mitch is like, "Yay, the movie's over." But Dr. Waldman catches up to him, and he's just like, "You fucking idiot." He actually calls him a blithering idiot, which I wanted to point out. Have you ever seen Sliders?
No, I actually haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brian Cox to me, he's like channeling John Rhys Davies from Sliders. Like, I don't know if it's his accent, because he's Scottish in real life, but Brian Cox tends to play American in like pretty much everything he's in. Mm-hmm. But in this one, he's like kind of British. And just like his cadence and like the way he's overreacting, like it really reminds me of Rhys Davies' character from Sliders. He even says his catchphrase, which was "blithering idiot." And so he points out that like, oh, Uncle Mike was her handler. And by engaged, she means she's engaged with the target. So they realize that, oh, this guy is David Morse's character is actually her last target. Before they could warn her, though, he just knocks her out, and then a helicopter sneaks up on them. Once again, there's like so much convenient timing in this movie. It's like the moment they figure out, that's when the helicopter shows up.
It's like that scene in Back to the Future too, like with the DeLorean coming in and saving Marty. Actually, that happens
when he
twice.
jumps off of Biff's tower.
And then he comes in again, towards the end with the flags. There's a theory about that I've heard where Marty has died in previous timelines and Doc came back to rescue him. So
that's interesting.
Anyway, yeah, I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But
I don't know if that's how this Back to the Future time travel thing is weird, so we're not going to get to that right now.
Yeah, that's a whole other discussion.
And so yeah, all three are captured. They strip Mitch and like throw him in I thought they were going to do the Casino Royale torturing to him. Mm-hmm. But thank God they didn't.
Yeah.
And then Samantha, they tie her up to like a water. Oh my God, what is it? Water?
Oh yeah, the water wheel. I feel like I've seen this in some other movie. Maybe not this specific. This just feels like something out of like Pirates of the Caribbean or something. Yeah. Like. I mean, that had a water wheel in it too, but that was them sword fighting on it. But just like the idea of being submerged underwater because you're strapped to a water wheel, I feel like it's something Maybe it was in Cutthroat Island, and this is the second time it's
Probably.
happened to Geena Davis.
That's why Rennie Harlan. That's why they broke up, because she was gonna do this to her.
She's all like, "You've done this to me in 2 separate movies where you strapped me to a water wheel and submerged me in water." I don't even know if that happens in Cutthroat Island, but
Well, it happens in my head until I watch the movie.
Okay.
But yeah, this is we basically get all the exposition that we need to know about this movie. Yeah, she's like David Morris's character. He mentions like he's probably going to get promotion off of this because he kills her. And they have her dead to rights, but instead of just killing her, they torture her.
Yeah.
This is where we find out they killed off poor Brian Cox.
Rest in peace.
But in a couple scenes earlier, we found out that he actually has multiple guns on him, and so she's able to get her hand free and grab one of his guns while she's like down there, and then she just blows away David Morris.
That's right. Yeah. So you see like the rope burns on her wrist from like trying to loosen herself. That was I don't know. For some reason, even though it's not like a bad injury, I don't know, that made me cringe a little bit. I was like,
yeah. And at this point, I don't know if water is the key to amnesia. If you drown, you lose your memories. If you drown while you have amnesia, your memories back. But yeah, this
it's like mixing an acid and a base. It like levels out or something.
So yeah, she has gotten all of her memories back. So this is like David Bourne. This is like Jason. Funnily enough, his name is David. That is his real name.
Yeah. So you're not that far off.
So she's Jason Bourne in the third movie now. She has all her memories back.
Yeah.
But yeah, she saves Mitch, and then they go back to the hotel. This is where she physically turns back into Charlie. She cuts out her hair, dyes it blonde.
And they're in that like love suite, which reminds me of the hotel room from Superman 2.
I don't know why. I thought you were going to say Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, that too. I mean, there's a lot of movies with hotel rooms that look exactly like this. We eventually will get to Niagara Falls in this movie, and that's where that hotel room in Superman 2 takes place at. It was like I just like put all these movies together. I'm like, yeah, we're kind of in the same realm here. This,
but yeah, this is where we see like how different the Charlie and Samantha personalities are. Samantha was like this very like suburban mom, like goody two shoes school teacher, while Charlie is more of like this like kind of like sexual, more confident person.
Yeah.
Like she smokes and stuff like that.
It's basically Jamie Lee Curtis from True Lies versus Jamie Lee Curtis from Christmas with the Cranks.
What?
That's the personalities we got here.
In this scene too, she does like come on to Mitch, but he kind of makes the point that like she cut her face out of like a photo that she has of her daughter and her boyfriend, and so he's kind of pointing out that like, oh, she's very clearly trying like really hard to pretend that Samantha meant nothing and was just like this cover that's gone forever now.
Yeah.
So I really like how their like kind of friendship develops throughout the movie, because like in the first scene they're just both kind of corny.
Yeah.
And then as like the scene progresses, she kind of treats him as like this like little tag along guy, and he's just like, hey, what the fuck? Like I thought I was helping you. There's a funny scene here too where like she's like asking him like about like I forget what like sex and stuff, and she's like, what are you, a Mormon? And he's like, yes, I just smoked a packet of Newports because I'm a Mormon.
I love that line. That was funny. Yeah, he was sipping on gin and tonic and smoking a cigarette. It's like, yes, of course I'm Mormon.
She actually calls her handler, I believe, basically saying like, oh, hey, like I want to meet. Like I think she wants to turn herself in, just so she can kind of get to them.
Yeah.
And they agree at a time, but kind of because Mitch called her out, she, leaves to go have a walk. And at first I thought she was getting mugged. I realized in the second watch through, this was actually an agent trying to
Okay.
get her beforehand, trying to get
Yeah.
her before the time. But we have another good line here where the agent has like the gun pointed at her, and she's just very nonchalantly like, "Oh, hey, can you come back at 12? We could do this later." And he's like, "Lady, I have a gun in front of your face." And Samuel Jackson, he has a revolver on him, and he points it at him. He's like, "This isn't a ham on rye." And he's like, "You're late." And he's like, "Well, yeah, I had to think of that ham on rye line." And then another great quote in this one. Loren, do you want to be Geena Davis or do you want to be Samuel Jackson?
I'll be Geena Davis in this situation.
Okay, I'm gonna post you the line. You have to read it to me.
All right, let's see. Are you this stupid, or did you take lessons?
I took lessons. It's a very funny exchange. I really like how like Samuel Jackson was like completely okay with like kind of like making himself seem like a corny dork in this one.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like Samuel Jackson, he was kind of getting by as like the cool guy.
Yeah.
So this one that really like let Samuel Jackson kind of show his like his comedic range.
Yeah.
And playing like a more like chill guy who's like kind of corny, and then also is a bit more vulnerable than his normal characters.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even kill this guy. It's like he has the gun pointed at him and everything. He doesn't kill him. Fucking Charlie, she grabs the gun and she uses him as a human shield as she shoots two other agents. So yeah, it's a really cool scene.
Yeah.
But Charlie decides that she's just gonna say, "Fuck it, I'm just getting out of here." She's gonna go. She has like a key to like a box full of money, or a briefcase full of money that she needs, but it's all the way back in Hallsdale, Pennsylvania. So they make a trip back. Once again, me and Loren are both in California, so the idea of driving to different states in only a matter of hours is a bit foreign to us.
I know. I did that. Well, wait. The last time we met, I drove to Arizona, but that's about like a 4-hour drive just to cross the state line. So that's the closest state border to us.
But if you want to go to like Oregon, it's going to take you like good 12 hours.
Yeah, that'll be a really long drive. Even Nevada, yeah, that's like maybe 3 hours or something, 3 or 4 hours.
But like on the East Coast, you can drive for 2 hours and pass through like 4 states.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
So yeah, she rides back in Pennsylvania, try to find the key. I like to she's running around with her sniper rifle too.
Yeah.
And she comes across one of her students. This is the one earlier that she criticized for smoking. And it's just funny because he's out here smoking, and then he sees his teacher with a new haircut and a gun. And she's just like, "What are you doing? What did I tell you about no smoking?" And he's just like, "Sorry, Mrs. Kane." And she takes a cigarette and smokes it. Reminds him like smoking's bad for you. And then she tells him, "You tell anyone you saw me, I'll blow your fucking head off." I think it's safe to say this kid's never smoking a cigarette again.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's looking through her daughter's room to find the little charm, and then so morbid, she uses her rifle scope to spy on her daughter. Her daughter's taking part in nativity play, and you can tell this like really affects her.
Yeah.
So like all like this bravado that she's had, and all like this like thing of like, "Oh yeah, Samantha's dead. I don't care about any of I don't care about any of this." She can tell the moment she sees her daughter, she's like, "Oh fuck, I actually really love her, don't I?"
Yeah.
I kind of do like that she has both memories, so it's not like a case of like, she got her Charlie memories back and she doesn't remember anything of her Samantha stuff. She has like all memories of her life now. So obviously, like as much as she's gonna push it down, unless you're a bad person, you're not gonna like see your kid and be like, fuck him.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm calling you out, parents. If you see your kid and you're like, "Fuck that guy," you are bad parents. While she's doing that, agents have come. Mitch tries to warn her. At first I thought he was leaving her, but then I was like, oh yeah, it was a good idea to drive away. But how does she catch up to him, Lauren? How does she catch up to Mitch, Lauren?
How does she catch up? This is where she hijacks the truck.
No, this is when she gets her ice skates.
Oh, it's the ice skates. Okay, sorry. I was like, wait a minute.
It's very goofy, and it kind of like comes out of nowhere. Like the only like reference you have to it is the earlier scene where she was teaching her daughter to ice skate.
That's right. Yeah.
But it works as like an action scene.
I mean, it comes up. The lesson that she teaches her daughter, comes up even later in the film. Actually, the life is pain.
Oh yeah.
So that ice skating scene actually comes back multiple times in this movie.
This one's the more literal version of it.
Yeah, it's the more literal one, but yeah.
She eventually shoots her way back to Mitch. This is when Timothy, though, he captures her daughter in the church too. And he threatens their maid with like a switchblade.
Yeah.
So yeah, this character's like a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she left the phone number of her cell phone on the cast. Yeah, can you believe it? We're watching a 90s movie and these people have cell phones. They must have been rich.
I know. Talking about all the airwaves that are like going to cause brain cancer and all that. That seemed to be a common joke in the 90s with cell phones.
Is this also where we find out that they used to be in a relationship together?
I think so.
For some reason I can't remember if it was earlier or it was after the scene, but yeah, we find out that Timothy was actually in a relationship with Charlie. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
We also too find out that at some point that One-Eyed Jack's connection to this is basically like Timothy was in charge of capturing her, and he basically like says, Jack, oh, you go ahead and kill her. But instead Jack has this bright idea to like, I'm gonna fondle her instead of shooting her. And so Charlie, she stabs him in the eye, which is why he's called One-Eyed Jack.
One-Eyed Jack, yep.
And she tries to run away, but he shoots her in the head with a desert eagle and she survives.
Yeah.
It's like in the hit movie X-Men Origins Wolverine. He got shot in the head with an adamantium bullet and then he lost all of his memories.
Starring the younger version of Brian Cox. I don't even remember who played him in that movie. But
he's played by a guy that looks older than him.
Yeah, for some reason.
Danny Houston was the actor.
That was it.
That movie made me hate Danny Houston for like a decade. But yeah, Timothy, he calls her, basically says like, hey, I got your fucking daughter. What are you gonna do? Come and get me? Ha ha ha. I think he says like, meet me here in like 15 minutes, which once again, it's like, is Niagara Falls 15 minutes away from this?
Why not?
I have to check this map now.
Oh yeah, let's take a look.
Okay. So
from
Hollinsdale,
Pennsylvania.
It would have been funny if it just said it's a fake place. That's on the other side. What?
Hollinsdale, Pennsylvania. Let's bring up this map.
That's on that's closer to the Atlantic Ocean than it is Niagara Falls.
Okay.
Pennsylvania isn't even by the Niagara Falls. What the fuck? Okay.
No, you would have to be like.
You'd have to be in New York already.
North. Yeah. Like Erie, Pennsylvania is probably the closest city to Niagara Falls.
So Mitch has the bright idea of like, let's just go to the phone company. So they go to the phone company, she calls them back, and they're able to trace the call to Niagara Falls. Movie climaxes at Niagara Falls. I don't know if they actually shot at Niagara Falls.
Yeah, I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Let's look it up.
Locations. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
IMDb is to be believed. This movie doesn't even have a lot of locations, and it apparently filmed like in a million places.
You're right.
But it's mostly in Ontario. In Niagara Falls, Charlie tries to save her daughter and fails. But she does store some gasoline inside her kid's doll. Will that come back later?
Or maybe she's just doing it just for fun. I don't know.
It's like, hey, drink this will get you high.
Very, very specific thing, but
It's like in a point and click game where it's like,
right, like one of the Monkey Island games or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
where it's like you were supposed to like filled something in this little bladder that you have, but you did it, so now you need to go back like 2 hours worth of saves to go do it.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 1 has something like that. You're supposed to pick up like this empty bottle in like a kitchen in the hospital, and then one of the next rooms you go in, you just find like a bunch of goo on the floor, and you're supposed to have the foresight to scoop up that goo.
That also means your character earlier in the game needs to have known that this bottle that's just in this random hospital, like I need to take this bottle and keep it in my inventory.
Yeah, you only have one chance to do it too. If you like leave
that
the
sucks.
area, you get locked out of the good ending because you didn't go scrape up some goo, and then you don't even do anything with that goo for like 5 more hours. Like basically the end of the game.
It's logic puzzles for you.
So yeah, Charlie has the foresight to fill her daughter's doll with some gasoline.
Yeah.
They're captured, and this is where we find out the big plots. So it turns out that the CIA, or at least this division of the CIA, they're planning to do a false flag chemical bombing. They're basically going to detonate a bomb in Niagara Falls, kill a bunch of people, and blame it on terrorists.
Yep.
One of the characters also mentions a bombing at the World Trade Center. I was like, oh, that's weird. But then I remembered that there wasn't there a bombing at the World Trade Center before the
yes,
the
there was
famous
one in the 90s. I don't. I might as well Google it. World Trade Center.
I thought you were a history major. How can you not remember your 1990s
Well, I know
history?
it happened. 1993. I was right.
That was the year I was born.
Hey. So yes, there was a bombing, unfortunately, at the World Trade Center in 1993. So, which I believe maybe it was the 98 Godzilla movie or something also referenced. There's several movies that like reference that specific bombing of the World Trade Center, like before 9/11 happened.
There was I think an episode of The Lone Gunman, the X-Files spinoff. The kind of reference, because it happened, the episode came out in 2001.
Yeah. Oh,
so conspiracy
okay.
theorists use it as like foreshadowing, but it's like I think it's just referencing the bombing that happened.
Yeah, because I mean, like
ago.
that was a huge deal when it came, but like now it's kind of undershadowed by the much bigger that much bigger tragedy that happened 2001. But yeah, it's that weird pocket of time where you can reference one event and then like it all of a sudden becomes outdated, just overshadowed by something bigger later.
Yeah. So it's the Austin Powers joke. They have them right there. They could just shoot both of them and then it'll be done. But they take Mitch upstairs to go beat the shit out of him. And Timothy, he's puts Charlie into like a freezer. And then Charlie tries to appeal to his good nature by telling him like, oh, hey, like don't hurt the girl because that's your daughter too. And Timothy's response is, do you remember what he says?
Oh, actually, no, I don't. I forgot.
He tells a henchman, "Hey, can you bring me my bitch, please?" And so this guy's so fucked up and so evil that he's like, "Oh, I have a daughter? Fucking freezer too."
Yeah.
And so yeah, he tosses her in there. And so Charlie's trying her best to like oh yeah, sorry. I forgot to mention the plan. The plan is that today they're going to try to restage the attack, and the whole thing with this is just so they can get more funding for whatever like other stuff they want to do. So they're basically creating like a whole like They're creating like they're doing the false flag thing just purely for funding. And Mitch
Yeah.
even mentions like, how are you going to fake blowing up 40 million people? And then the main bad guy Leland, he's like, well, I don't know how we can fake blowing up 40,000 people, so we're just going to do it for real.
Yeah. Uh this is leading into the truck chase.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
what first happens is Charlie and Caitlin, her daughter. I don't think we said
Yeah.
her daughter's name.
Caitlin.
They break out by using like the gasoline from the doll, in front of like other to basically blow the door.
Hmm.
But oh no, she can't light it. What is she
Oh,
gonna do? But use her daughter's matches.
that's right. She has uh what's that term? The smoking gun or something? Or not smoking gun.
Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun. That's it.
Yeah. Good thing the kid did not just uh, drop those on the floor and then
Yeah.
never pick them up again or something like that. But yeah, they blow the door. They're able to get out. It starts a firefight. Charlie's able to get her. Oh, I forgot when it blows, it creates another fireball and it like shoots Mitch out of the building
Yeah.
while he's like tied up to a chair.
That's right.
But yeah, another shootout starts. Mitch and Charlie are both like taking out some of the bad guys. Mitch gets shot in the leg and then like in the chest again. He gets fucked up in the ending of this movie.
Oh yeah. And he was
Uh,
supposed to die, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up later, but yeah,
Oh,
originally,
sorry.
I'll wait for that to bring
Yeah,
that up.
yeah.
But yeah, this is the part where like she gets to the truck, and then Caitlin also puts herself in the truck.
I know, I was so confused. Well, not confused, but just I guess it's sort of later in the scene. So when she gets into this little compartment, I have some questions on how she
Survives.
survives. This is sort of like maybe not the same stakes as the Indiana Jones refrigerator thing, but like with the suspension of disbelief, like you would at least get banged up. And she like kind of walks out with without scratches. So we'll get to that scene in a little.
Charlie, she chases after the truck, and then this is an amazing stunt. This like truck just like flies off this like little bridge.
Yeah.
And this is where we're like, I think you killed your daughter, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the truck like it falls on its side and then just slides for like has to be like a couple hundred feet, like kind of like on the
Yeah.
border of Canada and New York.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Um, I really miss like when they would actually crash cars for real.
Yeah. I know this is a cool effect. I really enjoyed. I love a good like truck car chase. You know, vehicle chase with explosions. It's like especially if that's like the big like final stunt of the movie. Which is this is only the first part of that stunt because then
Mhm.
as she's driving it, what how would you explain what happens here? It's like the truck gets launched and it overturns, and this is like where this whole scene. I'm just thinking of little Caitlin in this compartment, middle compartment, I might add, on the side of the truck, just probably like getting banged up all over, as this truck is just like, coasting on its side. uh and then she gets out. She like doesn't have any scratch on her or anything. She's just totally fine.
Yeah. Then Charlie and Timothy have a fight, and you think Timothy dies because she like drops him into like a sewer runoff,
Yeah.
but he's able to get into a helicopter. So yeah, this is the climax of the movie. Charlie tries to fend off like other helicopters. She shoots a guy, and he shoots like a flare and burns himself because like he shoots the flare at himself
Yeah.
after he gets shot. Um, and she calls for help. And who ends up helping her?
Oh yes, that is that's Mitch. He's just like
Which
launches out. Well, he's
which
driving the car.
yeah, I don't know how he gets into this car, by the way, because the front, like the back door, that's shut. He drives out of that, which is really
Yeah,
cool. But like generally with those trucks, you can't get in. That's the only way to get in. So it's like I don't know how did he get in and then he shut it again because he's like, oh, it's gonna be so cool when I drive out of here.
yeah. He's just like patiently waiting in there for the right moment.
Yeah, but yeah, he drives out and then he drives to go save them. She puts Caitlin in the car, but Charlie, she wants to finish off Timothy once and for all. So it's this really cool scene where she grabs like this, this little wire full of like Christmas lights, and this is like a pirate thing too. She cuts the wire and it, sends her up.
Yeah,
Yeah, so she kind of like, you know, flies into the air holding this wire, and then she just unloads like a whole like machine pistol on Timothy,
yeah,
which then causes him to fall onto the tanker truck, still alive, mind you.
yeah,
And then she gets off the bridge along with Mitch and her daughter. And the bomb explodes, killing Timothy
yeah.
and destroys the bridge to Canada.
That's it. Just about to cross over. That's yeah.
Um, we then get a scene that Mitch drives him home, which like, oh, you didn't want to go to the hospital first.
Nah, he's just gonna walk it off. That's
Yeah, this is what you're saying. Mitch was supposed to die here. This was like the
yeah.
end of his
Mitch was
character.
supposed to die. And he's just he yeah, like I said, yeah, he's just gonna walk it off.
Yeah, apparently, like every time they would test screen this movie, people would just be like complaining, like, "Why did you kill? Like, he can't die. Why did you kill him?" And
Yeah,
so, a little bit before the movie came out, they actually shot an extra scene with him, which is
yeah,
funny because the cameo they have for the scene is really ridiculous, and it's like, wow, they got him on short notice.
yeah. That's yeah. Well, I guess we'll move into this epilogue here.
Yeah,
So, yeah, Charlie, she's like living on a ranch now, like a little farmhouse. Um, she's sipping a glass of wine. She's with her boyfriend, or I guess husband. Are they
Mhm.
married? Or
I think they're just boyfriend girlfriend right now.
okay, so they're living together, and they have they have Caitlin there. And she gets a call from the president. I don't know if we brought up the president yet.
I think,
This movie has a fictional president in it.
yeah, yeah, I don't even think he has a name. I think he's just
No,
the
he's just the
president.
president. I always and again, this is the history nerd in me, but anytime a movie has a fictional president in it, like I overanalyze it so much because I'm like, okay, this is in 1996, so I assume this is just a world where Bill Clinton just was never president, and like, what does that mean for the world that this lives in? Uh,
Do you wish movies like around this time, if they had like presidents that were clearly like imitations of other, like, do you wish that this was just a guy doing like an Arkansas accent?
I mean, like, there's some like, hey, what's that movie that Primary Colors with John Travolta?
Oh yeah,
He played a fictional president, but it was like basically Bill Clinton. It was like, I mean, he actually had a good like Bill Clinton impression for that movie. One of my favorite stuff is in it's not really favorites, it's just something I like to make fun of. In Wonder Woman 84, for some reason they have a fictional president in that, even though it's like a throwback 1980s movie.
yeah, it should be
Like,
Reagan,
it
right?
should be Reagan, right? But it's like, no, it's a president who looks like Reagan and sounds like him, but it's not. It's like this other guy that's, something else. So I was so confused watching that movie. I'm like, wait, this is 1984 and this is the president, but it's not Reagan. I was like so confused. But another one of my favorite fictional presidents is in I mean, that's a whole other topic, but like in National Treasure, there's like the
Oh, it's
second
Bruce
one where
Greenwood.
where he like kidnaps the president, and it's just like, okay, well, I guess this is obviously supposed to be George W. Bush, but like the Secret Service is just like so terrible in this movie because he's just able to walk away with the president into like some secret passage in Mount Vernon. I'm like, well, I guess this is just I like maybe 9/11 didn't happen in this universe or something. I don't know. So basically, anytime there's a fictional president in a movie, I always like have to figure out what kind of world that this this world in this movie takes place in.
And then after this, we get our Larry King cameo.
That's right. We have a Larry King cameo with Mitch, who did not die.
Yeah, this was basically their idea of like getting Mitch back in the movie.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, the president calls Charlie and he's like, "Hey, we got a very lucrative job for you if you want to come back." And she's just like, "No, I'm good with this life, but you could do me one favor." And her favor is that the president gave all the credit to Mitch for stopping this terrorist plot. And before we even hear what Mitch says, Larry King introduces these two other like politics guys, but the rest of the scene is just Larry. It's just Larry talking to Mitch. He talks about the relationship of his girlfriend, and he's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I'm really frank and earnest with all women across the world. In New York, I'm frank, and in Philadelphia, I'm earnest."
That's a good line.
And that's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie.
Yeah, the movie like it shows like Samantha now.
Yeah.
Samantha, her boyfriend, and Caitlin, they're just hanging out on their little ranch, and the movie ends.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was Long Kiss Goodnight. Loren, what did you think about this movie?
I actually really liked it. Yeah, again, I didn't know anything about it going in, other than Samuel L. Jackson and Geena Davis were in it, and it was not a rom-com. And also, it's not about a 8-year-old woman trapped in a grown woman's body.
It's kind of funny too, like the rom-com thing is like any idea of them being in a relationship happens in like one scene, and it's instantly shot down,
Yeah.
specifically by like the male character too.
Yeah. 'Cause I feel like anytime there's a male and female duo in action or any type of duo, there's always this romantic tension, I guess. I mean, X-Files had that throughout the entire show. Like, will they, won't they? Are they a couple? Are they not? And like, I mean, of course, you have like Mr. and Mrs. Smith or something. So this is one where it's like, no, there is no romantic interest. They're just a team. They're just getting through this movie together. And I think that's actually pretty refreshing. That's I think actually a pretty cool kind of different take on this buddy cop genre.
I also really like this movie. I
Yeah.
think this is a really good action movie. Especially like I feel like a lot of times too, if like female in action movies, like they almost feel like they need to make the women characters more like masculine and kind of remove their
Yeah.
feminine traits. But like I think this movie does a good job of having her be badass while not necessarily making her more masculine.
Yeah.
And I think Geena Davis, it's really surprising because she's mostly like in like romance movies or like comedies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So the fact that she actually like pulls off like being like an action lead like really, really well. Once again, me and Loren haven't seen Cutthroat Island, so I don't know. Well, then again, no one really saw Cutthroat Island, so
That's why it has a reputation for
Yeah.
bombing.
so I feel like more people know her as an action star from
Yeah.
this movie specifically. And it kind of sucks that she never got to do action ever again.
Yeah.
And then like with Geena Davis in this, I really think she has these two personalities down. Like
Yeah.
they feel like two completely different characters, and she plays them well. It doesn't feel like that she's phoning in either side. And like when they kind of like start to meld towards the end, you really buy it. And then with Samuel L. Jackson, I think this is like one of his better roles too, just because it's so different from what he usually plays.
Yeah.
And thing about Samuel Jackson is he never phones it in. So like even if like you feel like he plays the same character and over again, you can't ever say that he just gives like a shitty performance, I feel.
Yeah.
And then we have some decent villains too. Craig Brecka, who just like I've never seen him like this before, so it was really cool to see him be like this like classic, like over the top, like evil, like bad guy who you really want to see get his comeuppance. Yeah, I'm generally kind of like I'm never really excited when I see Rennie Harlin's name on a movie, but he has made good movies, and this is one of the best that he's made.
Yeah, I agree. This was a good one. I would definitely love to watch it again. I rented it from Amazon, so I actually could watch it again. I have like 24 hours now. So.
I watched it in like 2 times in 48 hours. So
yeah, so yeah, no, this was a good one. Like you said, yeah, Geena Davis. I really wish like she could have done more action. I feel like she does have a very diverse filmography. I mean, just take The Fly and A League of Their Own. like just that's the range that her film genres that she has in her filmography. Actually, she was supposed to be at the horror convention that I went to a few weeks ago, Monster Palooza. So shout out to Monster Palooza, Pasadena, California. She was supposed to be there. Lori Petty was also was there. So they were going to do like a League of Their Own reunion, but
Monster Palooza.
Yeah, Monster Palooza, which is weird because that's not a horror movie. But Geena Davis was there, because she's like the part of The Fly and all that. So, but she canceled at the last minute. So, and I think it said because of work. So I assume that means we might be getting a Geena Davis movie sometime soon.
Yeah, well, she's in something recently. I'm trying to remember. I'm looking it up to remember what it was.
Yeah. Maybe she had to come back for some pickup shots or something. I don't know.
She's in that show, the Burrows, that just got canceled.
Oh, okay. Burrows.
I don't know when this convention was. So
yeah, this was like a few weeks ago. Like
okay, maybe
so,
okay. It has to be something newer then.
Very. So maybe like within a year from now, there might be a Geena Davis movie coming out, or she just needed a personal day. I have no idea.
She's like, I don't want to hang around some nerds. So
I was trying to be nice for this one convention, but nope.
Yeah, that is Long Kiss Goodnight. Loren, do you have a favorite female action movie you'd like to recommend to the
Oh, that's
audience?
a good question.
I know I'm just throwing this out at you right now.
I know, yeah, now I got to think about it. Dang.
Take all the time you want, because I'm going to cut it out and just
jump to my answer.
Yeah. Like, watch, I'm going to snap my fingers, and then you're going to say your movie.
I mean, I can always recommend Kill Bill. I know there's other options. Dude, let me think of one. You know what? Let's go with Hackers. I don't know if that counts. That's got Angelina Jolie in it. That's a fun one. That's more sci-fi, but I think it might count. Does that count as an action movie?
No, but that's good enough.
Okay, we'll go with Hackers.
I like how you said Hackers, and there's like actual Angelina Jolie action movies.
Hackers. Hey, Hackers is great. It's got Matthew Lillard in it.
Should I say Tomb Raider, Mr.
I mean,
Mrs.
I guess
Smith,
you could go Tomb Raider.
Wanted? No, Hackers.
Hackers.
Hackers is fun though. But all right, Loren, do you have any socials or anything you want to plug?
You can follow me on Instagram at Loren W. Schroeder. I have a lot of cool stuff I post. Adventures I go on, I guess. And I was part of a Halloween-themed game show called Graveyard Games, which you can keep an eye out for. I believe they are doing another season. So keep an eye out for that.
Thank you so much for joining me today on the Month of Action. And yeah, this is episode 2 of my little Month of Action special. Be sure to check out some of the other Month of Action shows. I have a list that should be popping up right about now of like a lot of the other shows that are taking parts. Yeah, and that's today's episode of the Balance of Cinema podcast. Be sure to tell us your favorite Geena Davis movie. Lauren, what's your favorite Geena Davis movie?
The Fly.
That's a good
And A
one.
League of Their Own.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.
See you later.
That was one hell of an action sequence, soldier. I haven't seen shooting like that since the Battle of New Hope. The month of action couldn't have done it without you. Mission accomplished.